It's Friday. It means your weekend is almost here, or it may already be here depending on where you live in the world. And I figured Friday was a really good day to switch our brains off. You know what I mean? To set aside those big brain decks like Mono Black and dust off our clubs and channel our inner Fred Flintstone. Today, we're going to caveman it up with the deck that you guys have most wanted to see from me since this expansion came out, and that is Tenkuuha 0. Before we get to the deck, let's talk about what Tenkuuha actually does. It's Zero's third hero art, and it costs 18 AP to give one of your units +2 attack and combo for one turn. This is great for finishing off your opponents if you have a way to get past their board, and the best way to do that is with flight. The shell of this deck is going to look very familiar to a lot of you guys. I've done a lot of experimentation with purple and black, very aggressive decks, but the new expansion gave us some great tools to actually make it a lot better. So I wanted to showcase some of those particular cards and talk about my choices. The core Hashenko, Pyrobat, Kechawacha, Palomu, those are all cards that you've seen here before. They are units that have flight or give flight in some capacity. They're also units that apply halt, which allows you to keep your low life flyers around for a lot longer. We also have Crystal Hunter here for those instances where you need a last minute halt to protect one of your units. We've also thrown one Demonic Intimidation in here because it's really powerful for getting rid of problem units. 3 Unforeseen Interference. That's different from a few of the decks I've shown you before. We're ditching Soul Reflect because Unforeseen Interference just catches a whole lot more because it's more versatile, and with decks being more action heavy because of memory as a mechanic, we definitely need these. Heartless Experiment and Psycho Power, they are the standard buffs that have been around since the beginning of the game. You sacrifice life to give one of your units more power. One thing we have added here is Forbidden Fruit, which is one of the best black legendaries in the game. It gives one unit a buff, and then for a period of time says that the damage that that unit takes is dealt to your hero instead, which can be very, very powerful. Some of the new additions here are Astalos, which is a new black unit. It's 3 MP 1/5 unit with Resonate that gives +1 attack, but it also sacrifices 3 life to play. When you initially play this, it's weaker than a Crow, but its potential beyond Crow is much, much higher. So running 3 of these is definitely worth it. And then the last new addition here is my favorite card of the new expansion, and that is Bloodbath Frenzy. You sacrifice 2 life to give a unit +1/+2, but if you have Memory 2, they get an additional +1/+1 in spillover. But if you have Memory 3, that unit also performs an instant attack. An instant attack. This card is crazy. Starvation Impulse was nerfed so that this card may live. This is the deck that got me to champion, and it's the one you guys wanted to see the most of in my poll. So here's the QR code if you want to take it for a spin for yourself. For me, I'm going to take it into ranked, and we're going to see how fast we can finish up some games. Oh no.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
Look at what we have here, boys. A high-ranking mono black Wesker player. Oh man, you know he's very, very smart. So we're gonna have to be on our toes because the deck that he's playing automatically makes him much smarter than us. So Kechawacha is a great start because you want to be able to level him up and get the flight and those other benefits. Now against Wesker, you don't want to overextend yourself, and that is just because Wesker has the ability to kind of get around a lot of the buffs that you throw out there and really negate a lot of your potential. So what we're probably going to do here is, I should have just already done it, to kind of maximize your MP gain here, because again, you're hamstrung by being a dual color deck. And there it is, Fate of the Unworthy, one of the most fair cards in the entire game. It's not overpowered at all, and man, so it's just so difficult to decide when you're going to have the appropriate time to play that card. It's tough to figure those things out. So he pulls the Tyrant back out again, which is to be expected. We'll see if we can get some halt action on it. No, we're not lucky enough, but that's okay. That is okay. I thought we would get lucky, but we didn't. Okay, so normally what would happen with these decks is Tenkuuha would be the deciding factor. I don't think we're going to get that, though, because he's got Dark Destruction on deck. But we are going to be looking to provide some buffs here, because depending on how things shake out, we may be able to put him on life support, but it depends. It's really going to depend. Now, the way things have shaken up here, it's going to depend on how fast my fingers are. Did we win? Oh, we did! Look at that! Ha ha ha! Take that, you super smart mono black player! I know you're smarter than me, but I just took my club and I smashed it over your head. And it felt so good. So yeah, that's how you have to handle the mono black matchups. You have to be faster than them. And if you split your resources and then use Tenkuuha to clean things up, you can squeak by. So let's do another one. The mirror. But this is Rico. So this is going to be probably a Resonate if I had to venture a guess. Not the best starting hand. I like having a Palomu though. We're going to let it rock. We'll see what happens. We may not win because Ricoha does a lot to our low life flyers. I should have immediately played a unit knowing that most Ricoha players will do that. So that's a mistake on my part. A lot of Ricoha players are gonna. He may not have another one. If he does though, then we're already really far behind. Okay, so Ketcha will be next, because Ketcha sets up for an eventual halt. We've got more halts in our hand. Alright, so Ketcha is the way. Now, if he has another Splendid, then our Pyrobat is dead, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to go ahead and get the guaranteed halt, so Pyrobat gets to hit a few more times. And we're going to do this, too, to get another halt, which is fantastic. Okay. Alright, so he's going to bounce Palomu. That's smart. So we'll use the free MP to go ahead and get a buff on that, and then we'll save the rest of our MP to play one more unit. Now the problem is he's going to have a Ricoha, which will inevitably hit really hard. Our Pyrobat is more than likely gone. But that's okay. It's not the... Oh, he got the perfect split. Wow, what a lucky guy getting the perfect split. But that can happen up against Ricoha. And a lot of times you will come up on zero players who will spam actions that don't necessarily do anything for them. We'll just do this one instead. Because I don't want to commit too much. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, not much we can do about that, so we will just have to go with something different. Yeah, this one's gonna be a little uphill for us, just because Ricoha deals with our flyers so effectively. It's not the end of the world though. We're still in alright shape. So let's see if we can get some buffs going, and then maybe we can clean this up here in just a sec. I don't think there's any need to halt anything here. Now he's going to be looking to get his Ricoha on. Now that may do it, depending on how fast his fingers are. That may do it. Okay, we got it. See? See? You just have to be faster than them. You just have to swing your club before they can swing theirs, and it'll just work out every time. But yeah, Ricoha can be scary because most of your flyers tend to have lower health, so you have to be fast. A Tenkuuha mirror, and it's a giant killer challenge. Putting all my points on the line and them not really being at risk whatsoever. Gotta love it. Alright. So, we're just gonna have to play better than them. That's really the only thing we can do here. That's an unusual choice. The Blood Goyle. Ooh, that's an unusual choice too. Okay, this is really different. So if he has another one, then this is gonna put us behind. Okay, he doesn't. Okay. Cool. Cool. Alright, so the Hashenko, well, we may not even need to do, we could probably do Pyrobat and be fine. No, screw that. We're gonna do the Hashenko. We're gonna halt it so we can just pop it and not take any recoil damage. Okay, that's different too. It's actually quite a bit different. We'll halt it too. Okay, so we've got an early lead. We're doing pretty good. Alright, so he's trying to give us the ape escape, which mean, I like the Ape Escape. It just feels, it's just not as effective as some of the other options that you have. If he gives us the chance, we are gonna halt this top boy. Not quite gonna get the chance. We're gonna do it anyway because we want the hero art, which we are going to get. And we'll just let that hit because it's already flying, and then we'll give the buff to this guy, who will hopefully do the swing, and then wrap that. Oh, ooh! Oh, that was good timing. That was good timing on his part. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we will attempt to buff this to kind of split our threats here. And see. Don't think, because that thing's got agility, so I think our Astalos is. Oh no, it worked out. Cool. We were just a little bit ahead. So that Paloma there, that was good timing, but some unusual, I guess less optimal choices in that guy's deck. So maybe he'll go back and tweak his deck after playing that game. Okay, another Rikoha. A lot of zero today. Alright, so the rule that we talked about before with Rikoha just being, you know, well, I like to start with Ketchup, but I really like Astalos. So we'll keep this. We'll see how it goes. Plus we got the secret, which is basically just begging to be played. We're going to get a unit down now, because if we don't, he could have, like the previous match before, he could have already started buffing and put us in a bad situation. So, okay, he's going to let us play more than one. What's he saving up for? I wonder. I don't want to overextend myself. That's a big thing. I don't want to. Okay. Seems like a really big investment. Yeah, it seems like a really big investment. But, you know, you want to talk about big investments? God bless, that is huge. Yeah, I'm gonna hold you. Where we at? We're just at memory 1. Okay. We'll buff. The buff is more useful at the end of the day. Oh, he's just gonna scoop. Okay, I'll take that. Man, yeah, that was. I would not have hidden intent there. That's the thing. You put yourself on low life against a deck that is this fast, and that's just really dangerous for you. So there you go, guys. Tenkuuha. It's really fast and it's really effective. I know you know, all jokes aside, people saying that, oh, these kind of decks are unga bunga, they're so stupid, you don't even have to think whenever you play it. I respectfully disagree, and I would highly encourage you to give this deck a try. It is a lot of fun, so I wish you the best of luck. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it's helpful to you, and I say this all the time, but be sure to let me know in the comments what you want to see me do next. I take the time to try and read and respond to every single one, and if you enjoy this TEPPEN content, the kind of stuff we're churning out here in Stout Helm headquarters, then you can let me know by subscribing. You know, you should probably check that little bell so whenever my new videos come out, you're the first to know. And you can also like this one to let me know if you enjoyed it. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will try to stream some TEPPEN this weekend, but I'll let you guys know on Twitter. Until then, I'll see you later.